Welcome to RV 304064. Welcome to Hotel Room Reviews, and today we have a slightly different room review in that we have an RV, or as they call a recreational vehicle, which we're going to do a review of. I've spent 12 nights now in this RV, done some travelling obviously, and I thought it's a good opportunity to take a look inside the 30-foot version. This is actually called a Class C motorhome, and I guess that's because this is one of the smaller ones. This is the 30-foot range. If you then move to the 60-foot range, such as this one here, then you find that these become Class B motorhomes, and the full bus type motorhome, which is 60 feet, is then known as a Class A. So back to the Class C motorhome, which we're going to be reviewing, and as you can see from the outside, it's quite nicely decorated. This is because this is a rented from Cruise America. Now the first thing you'll notice straight ahead of us is that there is some storage at the back, and if we open the storage, there is a lot of storage in there, and what you can see at the moment is there's also a light that goes on. Is down at below there is a picnic table. There's also a spare tyre in there, and then just other storage you can put covers over, but ideally you can put anything in this amount of storage. When you come round to the other side of the RV, you'll see this is more the functional side. So again, we have storage here. We have a water connector, which then obviously connects the, as it says, the city water connection. There is also a filler for the water tank. Note this is not drinkable water. It is purely water you'll use for things like flushing the toilet, washing up in, that type of thing, but you will not do drinking water. There's the fuel, which is unleaded fuel, not diesel. This one has got a few marks on it. I will add, not by myself, it was when I collected it. There are a few scratches and scrapes. As we walk, we've got what's called the shoreline, which is the electricity cable. We then have the water heater vent. So obviously there's a shower inside, and when you're heating the water up, there is a vent. Underneath here, there is a sewer connection. So as you can see, that's where your sewer pipe goes out. And then finally, at the end one, there is a generator in there. So this does come, this RV comes with an onboard generator that you can run when you're away from electricity, which will then power things like your microwave, your fridge, charge the battery up so you can use the fridge, but also when it's running you can use the onboard electrical sockets. You can't use those unless either the generator is running or you're connected to an electricity socket. Okay, so that's the outside. As we enter the motorhome, we can see directly in front of us there is a cooker area. So we've got 3 hob ring, above it a fan with a light and an extractor fan, and above that we have a microwave. All perfectly working. You can obviously boil a kettle, you can cook things on the hub. There is no oven, however, in this unit. Plenty of storage space. So underneath you've got plenty of storage. Above, again, where your pots are, plenty of storage, and some drawers again with cutlery in. As we move to the left, we've got a fridge freezer. Obviously it's empty now because, or almost empty, because we're about to come to the end of our trip, but there is a fridge freezer. You leave the cooker area as you move towards the back, and there is a shower. Now in this one, this shower head does have a problem that when you use it, you really have to make sure the curtain is closed because it sprays water literally everywhere. It seems to come out of the sides, even out of here, so there are some problems with this one. But that is the shower, which is functionable. Into the bedroom. Now at the moment, obviously we've placed our cases here because we're about to leave. So we've put the cases here because they're the most out of the way. But as you can see from the bed, there is a nice sized double bed. There are plenty of storage around the outside for clothes and things. Likewise, that isn't a storage, that's like, it could also be classed as a dressing table if you wanted to sort of sit in front of the dressing table using one of the chairs that you can rent. We didn't get any of the chairs, but you could do that. Again, likewise on this side, and there is a small shelf there. There's also emergency exit windows. You can use those to get out should there be an emergency. What's also good about this is you've got a main light, you've got a skylight which you can again open for some fresh air, plus you've got a light underneath the bed. The only problem with this is there's a very high thick mattress. It's a good mattress, but there's not a lot of room, and you can easily bump your head if you sit up, or if you turn over or put your hands up, you soon knock into the furniture, but that's only a minor issue. Okay, coming back, on the left we have the bathroom, and that's got a toilet and a sink. When you're connected to the water, it uses as a flush mechanism. When you're not connected to the water, it's almost like a dry toilet and it just flushes into the tank. But still, it's a good functioning toilet. Now, if you're in here and let's say you've got children in the other part, and you're wanting a shower, then what's ideal is that this door actually closes up and hooks to the back of that wall, meaning that your bedroom is now an open bedroom with toilet and ensuite facilities. And so you can use this area down here to get changed in, etc. So you've got like a bigger bedroom area, which is a good idea. And of course, as you close it, then you've got the rest of the it's all open to the rest of the RV. Okay, so going forward, so into the living room area, and as you can see, you've got a table here. This doubles up as a bed, and as we move to this side, we have a three-person settee, which again is quite useful. All of them do have seat belts. The seat belts are just behind, but this makes up into again a bed area. Now just above the cab we have another bed area, and at the moment we've just put all of the bedding up there because, as I say, we've sort of thrown things up there as we're ready to leave and hand the RV back. But again, there is a double bed up here, and there is a fair amount of space up here, so it could be classed as a double bed. The RV overall states it is for 6 people, 4 adults and 2 children, so there is a fair amount of space. It would be quite cramped with 6, I have to admit. We've got 3 adults in, and it's it's fairly full now. It's nice when people sit down, stay still while somebody else is walking around. Again, there is plenty of cupboard space both sides, so you've got lots and lots of cupboard space. Everywhere seems to have been given a cupboard if it can possibly fit it in. And then below that there is the driving cab. Now on some motorhomes it does show that the seats of the driver and passengers twist to add more seating. These don't. This is a fixed cab position, so it's pretty useless really once you're parked up, other than if somebody wants to just sit on their own out of the way, but it is pretty not really used very much. Right, the other thing finally is lighting. Now obviously you don't want too much lighting if you're running battery, but if you're on electric, then that's fine. And here you've got lights literally every couple of feet beyond the roof section, which does light up the area very good. And again, in the bathroom, in the over the cooking area to give you more light, and that is good. It does light up very well, and it's okay again when you're on you hook up for electricity. Now, just one other thing to note, and that is that there is a fire a heater, and that's like a convector heater here. So you can put that on if it gets cold, and if it's hot you have an air conditioning unit above. So again, you're all catered whether it's too hot or too cold. And then you have a small control panel which you can control the water pump. You can test the levels, so for example if your grey water is full, your black water, check how full, how much fresh water, how much gas, and how your battery is doing. So you've got a good set of indicators to say how things are working. Again, this unit has got, if you had a solar panel, you could have tell you when your actual solar charging is working, which on RVs which are not rented, there are that option. And then we have a water heater. We can switch on the heater here. It heats 6 gallons of water at a time, so if you do have a shower, it's enough to get a shower. You just don't get to stay in there a long time, but at least you can get a shower. And then there's the generator, which you can start the generator if you're doing what they call dry camping, where you don't have any hookups. Okay, so this is the C30 motorhome, the RV, recreational vehicle, from cruiseamerica.com, and that's a quick look round. So thanks very much for watching.